name is Cindy Clark, and I'm married to Robbie. We moved here 2.5 years ago from Georgia. We were hired to be a host couple for Whispering Cove Retreat, a retreat for pastors and missionaries. And I get to cook for that and really nurture people when they're here. And my husband gets to take care of the property and the grounds. When we were dating, Robbie told me that he really wanted our kids to have a Christian education. That was before he even asked me to marry him. So that's just sort of how he does things. And I didn't even know I was going to homeschool. Sort of fell into it because I am a teacher and I love teaching. And that's how we got started homeschooling. We have a son that's 25 and a daughter that's 22 in college, a daughter that's 14, and a new baby that's 2. And that was a surprise. One of the advantages of homeschooling is that I was able to take my children with me in all my ministry opportunities. And one day, I'd met some girls through the Crisis Pregnancy Center that were working at a local strip club. And I found out that there was a group that was trying to close down the strip club. And I was for that because I thought it would be good for those girls. So I took my children to that with me. I had no idea on that day that the seeds that were planted from that situation would come about, that 20 years later that my daughter in her ministry has been given the opportunity to go into strip clubs in Atlanta and to minister to women and pray with them and find ways to meet their needs.
From the very beginning of my life, my mom has always been trying to teach me that I can, because I've always said, I can't do it before I even tried. And now my mom and everyone around me is seeing that God is fulfilling what she has taught me, that I can do all things through Christ.
There's something they talk about in homeschooling, insulating versus isolating your children. If I wanted to isolate my children, I would never have told them that there were strip clubs, and I would never have told them there was abuse. But I've allowed God, just tried to step back when I dedicated them to Him and said, you take them and you do with them what you will, and it's not always easy. One of the benefits of being a stay-at-home mom is that you get to keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on with your children. So when even without spending as much time with them, even if they're in their room, you can tell when something's not right. And you don't want that to happen. And so you're more quickly in tune with what's not right, and let's go find out what that is and how we're going to fix that. Beth Moore tells a story about her childhood pet, that her dog's back legs were run over in a lawnmower and cut off. 3 weeks later, the dog had puppies. The puppies were completely fine. Nothing was wrong with them, except that when they began to walk, all of them drug their stomachs on the ground because they did not know that they had back legs. And that's the reason that homeschool moms and homeschool dads and all parents need to be whole for their children. One of the difficult things about homeschooling is that sticking to a schedule when no one else is there to make you do that. I'm pretty strict and I'm type A, and some of my kids are not. They'd rather sleep in. We get to read together, we get to go on field trips together, we get to learn together, we get to use whatever curriculum is best for each kid. All of my children are different, and I get to target all of those great qualities about each one of them. If you ask me what New Covenant has done for us as a family, we've been there 2.5 years, and the first thing you did was give us a great usher who has just bent over backwards to make us welcome. The second thing you have done is give us people like Miss Chuddy, who always make us feel welcome, but who always make us feel loved and missed. And the third thing you've done is you've laid a great groundwork for healing, because parents need to be whole to train their children to be whole. One of the things you can do that New Covenant could do to support us would be to offer ministry opportunities that the family could do together. Like, rather than announcing that they're going to go to Clyde Elementary that you need men to do mulch, that you'd say, could your family come and do mulch? I know that my ministry appears to be about my husband and children, but I know that if I do my ministry well, then God gets the glory, and my ministry is all for one.
You serve, I serve.